for so long.
Yeah, but all you gotta do is put in your credentials.
I don't know.
Do you not remember your password? Because that would be sad.
For Twitch?
Yeah.
No, I do.
Alright, well, that's all you gotta do.
I need to get around to doing that. I think that might just be the issue.
Yeah.
No, it says we're online.
It does say we're online.
But it did last time, so.
It did. Do you have 100 subscribers? Is that why you get Nan Man on your YouTube?
Yeah.
That's wrecked.
I have
100 subscribers.
Oh,
hey, we are here.
How many subscribers do I have now? Now I'm gonna look. Because you're busy, like, typing away.
I mean, I'm just trying to get people. Trying to get the people here.
It's Monday. We know that you missed us last week, guys. So we figured that...
We double timed. What's a Wednesday and then a Monday?
Oh, shh. Stop talking. Stop talking.
We don't like to hear ourselves.
324 subscribers for this, but we're at 555 followers on Twitch.
500, 555.
555.
That's a lucky number, I think, somewhere.
Somewhere. Hello. Oh, look at this.
Right.
It's all black. I gotta change that.
I
gotta go back through and like adjust all my cool little Twitch alerts. Because I'm a slacker and I've been so busy doing other stuff that I haven't updated some of the things.
Yeah.
So, but it's Monday, guys.
It is Monday.
We're here for some more Modern Magic Mondays. Week 6. We are more than halfway done with the season.
That's right. We got 3 more weeks.
Yes.
After this week.
Yes.
3 more weeks, and then we're crunching numbers. We're back to calculators.
I meant to upload it
behind the scenes,
but I didn't. So.
Oh, the point totals are off on the chat, but don't worry.
That's what I meant to do tonight when I got home, and then I was doing all this wedding stuff. Yeah.
What's going on, Tatradamus? How are things?
Yeah, a little more behind the scenes and intro this time than normal.
You know, just do a little chit chat.
Just chilling.
He shows up at like 6:26. 6:28.
It was 6:30.
Oh, it was 6:30. So we don't get the normal like long handshake that everyone makes fun of us about. We just had to sit down and go. And then we had stream issues, but we're here. It's Monday. To reiterate, if you guys didn't know,
we missed you last week.
We did. We showed up on Wednesday though.
That's true. We were here.
Right.
We got new point totals.
We do have new point totals.
Are they still up? Do we have them uploaded onto a scene to show last week's?
Yeah.
Figuring out.
Because
we didn't showcase them on stream.
We didn't.
So okay, just start with it right now. Bam. Let's jump right into it.
That's not right. Look away! I knew there was something wrong. Hey, here are the point totals.
Look at this.
Tim Rivenberg, spot number 8.
Locked himself in right now.
Everyone forgot the point totals, right? And we're good. Yep, see? It's fine.
The delay between the stream and the chat is unreal. Yeah.
But yeah, point total. Eric Bloom, first place.
He's been
holding it down.
This whole season, right?
It's fluctuated between him and Derek.
Oh, okay.
Derek was up there like 1 or 2 weeks.
Yes.
Eric's been up there the rest of the time. But now, Eric's been holding it down the past couple weeks. Jacob Belkin, second place. Lyle Rolfs coming in at 3rd. Derek Southers, Ben Farabee, TJ Schillenberg, Charles Boyer, and Tim Rivenberg.
So we got quite a few new faces in our top 8 right now.
We do, and I'm super stoked for it too. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to be said for the power level of our shop, and if anyone's new, welcome.
Yes, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely. We do this every week. We capture games on Tuesdays at Comic Kung Fu, which you'll see the logo there at the bottom.
Yep.
And we decided, with Derek's help, that's how that works.
You know, opposites are difficult.
With Derek Southers, he came to us, he said, you know what you guys should do? You should keep points.
Keep track of everything. And then when the time comes, we'll see who's out on top. So this has kind of evolved, and I would say, the past, 8 months now? 8 months on the stream? 8 months total we've been doing this. We went all the way back in January.
I think February is the
Was it
official
February?
start.
Okay, February.
So, but yes, yeah, pretty much.
We've been about 4 months now, 4 or 5 months doing point totals. And we are on Season 2, week number 6.
We are.
And super, you'll see scrolling at the top, I don't have to point left or right, congrats to our Season 1 champion, Jeremy Miller, who is currently number 10.
Yep, still a chance to make the Invitational if he locks in and plays a little bit more. He had to miss a couple weeks this season. Hasn't been placing as highly as he did last season.
Right.
That was a big part of it, but still has a chance, and that is something to keep in mind there. But we have, this is week 6, we have 4 more weeks left, because we do 10-week seasons, and then take a week off, tally up, fun week, people play weird stuff, tally up all the point totals, let everybody know what the official top 8 is, and then the Invitational will be the week after that.
That's right.
So
and we do all sorts of fun stuff for that.
We do.
Sideboards, special images, all the good stuff.
All kinds of good things for you all to enjoy. So that's kind of our point total as it stands right now. Tim is the cutoff, but still a very tight race for those kind of top couple spots.
Yeah.
Before we get into the regular stuff of here's the point totals and here's how the matches are going to be going, we got to say thank you.
We absolutely do. Thank you.
You watching at home.
Yeah, a little bit of upkeep, saying thank you to everyone who comes out every week, supports us, supports what we're trying to convey for you guys. This stream is a big part of what Nan and I kind of wanted, I would say, for Magic, or at least for me. It's kind of what, I'm a terrible Magic player, but I love talking about Magic, I love keeping up with it, and this is kind of my outlet. So I just come around and I give everyone a free couple points every week.
You look like you could use some points.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm here. And but thank you guys so much to everyone that views at home. Super appreciative of that. To our patrons, I should say. Trip over at Comic Kung Fu, the owner, where we put on all of this fantastic content for you guys. Thank you very much. And then to Christopher Bennett, Dionysus Bacchus to his friends, Eminem to everyone else, table judge extraordinaire, sideboard keeper, an all-around good guy, general manager of the Cork Street Tavern, hooking us up, keeping us honest, I would say. Keeping us honest.
Making sure that things are playing smoothly, things are going well, keeping us on track, really. Yeah. So, awesome guy. We'll probably have an interview with him for Season 2.
Yeah,
we've talked about.
I mean, we've talked about it, and
it's just a matter of sitting down and doing it is the biggest thing.
Let's think. Season 2 is gonna finish when? If we had a calendar.
If we had a calendar.
Are you married by that point?
Am I?
I don't know.
You know what? Let me pull up a calendar.
Are we on week 3? This is probably stuff we can worry about later. To the top donors for the stream. Drewski Brew, always number 1 in our hearts. That dude is keeping this stream alive. Super appreciative of that. Atticus, our mystery donor, always coming in at the clutch when we need to hit a goal. Super thanks to Atticus. Nan's looking at his calendar. Things are...
I think the way it's set up is that, if my math is right, which is probably not, but it's the week when I'm going to be getting married.
Oh shit, when am I getting married?
The week that I'm getting married should be the Invitational broadcast. So, the start of Season 3, I won't be here for.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Assuming my math is correct.
Patrick Thomas, Dionysus Bacchus, Lyle Lagoy, Nate Hop 34, Burgleton, and Stormdust 07. Every one of you all, absolutely thank you so much. It's just huge. Anyone that donates to the stream, ooh, we got a Kappa going, gets one of these lovely stickers that I happen to have in my bag. Ta-da. So if you're interested in a sticker,
we also do a giveaway at the end of the stream.
When we remember.
We didn't last week, did we?
We didn't.
It was we just were so bad.
It was just like, so
it's
quick.
Wednesday. What is happening? What?
It was not a good week, but we will be doing a giveaway tonight for one of these fantastic stickers. So
you have to be following the stream in order to be eligible to win a sticker.
There you go.
Just a little heads up and fun fact of the day.
Yeah.
So I think that's our normal
That's it. We got it.
Yeah. All right, that's it. See you guys next week.
Everything's done. We can talk about a little bit of modern chat, I think, right? Let's talk about it. Star City Games, New Jersey had an invitational. Standard, modern. This was full on modern. Basically, you had
the top 8 for modern was all different decks.
Everyone something different. Affinity, Jeskai Control, Elves, Jund, Dredge,
Suicide Zoo,
or
what's the other one?
Death Shadow Aggro.
There you go.
I got 2 more. Don't look. Someone help us out.
Problem is, I didn't watch the top 8 yet.
It was all different. Oh shoot.
There wasn't Infect.
Oh, Abzan.
Abzan. Oh,
Abzan.
Jund and Abzan.
Yep.
Okay.
And couldn't forget Michael Majors. Oh, there's one more. What else is really popular, guys?
I'm gonna look.
He's gonna look. Bad News Bears.
StarCityGames.com. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, top place. Yep, no spoilers. We'll talk about that later. What did I forget?
Burn! How could we forget?
Red deck wins. Pat help. It was Burn. It was Burn. So 8 different decks, 8 phenomenal players. We had Brad Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
We had Michael Majors. We had Liam Lonergan. We had Tom Ross, Miles Rodriguez, Lucas Loyson, and Jadine Klomperens.
I would never have gotten her last name.
That's because I heard it a lot.
Oh, okay.
She did a fantastic job all the way through the finals. But yeah, 8 different decks. Dredge is a thing. Death Shadow Aggro, I'm not even going to talk about. I just have bad news for you. If Death Shadow Aggro continues to do well, you know it's going to get the axe, right?
What?
Become Immense.
Oh, is it in that deck?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll get more into that.
Well, the thing is, too, is like Infect is not amongst the top 8, and with the way the meta is set up, it's not going to do very well in the meta, because now Jund and Abzan are coming back. Yep. You still got Jeskai Control, so all you Infect players can go in the corner and cry for a little bit.
But we'll talk more about that.
I was typing out all 8.
No Tron, which was cool, too.
Turn 2 was Become Immense. It was bananas.
Yeah, it was gross. I'll tell you
I gotta watch the coverage. I missed out because I was busy all weekend. Ugh.
I'll tell you about it. But let's get round to round 1.
Yes, I'm excited because we get to see Infect round 1.
We do. We'll just go ahead and get this scrub out of the way. We've got Lyle Rolfs playing Bant Eldrazi versus some scrub playing Infect. I absolutely hate when people come to me and they're like, Brett, you're on camera.
I did that too.
You did.
And I was like, oh, just to make it better, you're playing Lyle.
Yeah. Oh, one of the best players in the shop? You got it. Oh, on camera too? Go ahead. So straw polls up, guys. As normal, we throw a straw poll up. Get those votes in. Let us know who's going to take it. Is it going to be Infect? Is it going to be Bant Eldrazi? Who are you voting for?
Oh, sorry. This is it's a difficult match for the Infect player because you have the Bant Eldrazi player has access to Path to Exile. They have access to Drowner of Hope, which they can sack their Scions and tap down your guys, and they have access to Eldrazi Displacer, which lets them exile a creature and it enters the battlefield tapped. So basically it's saying you are not going to be able to get through with any damage. Now it takes a little bit longer to get that stuff set up, but as it stands, it is more in favor of the Bant Eldrazi player than it is the Infect player. You guys playing with the dice?
Oh yeah, we got the app. We might as well use it, and we're only gonna roll once, so Lyle's on the play.
Okay.
Yep, we're just confirming that. So you're telling me Bant Eldrazi? That's what you want?
That's my head pick.
All right, head picks.
But
that's
my
what we
heart
want.
pick is Infect all day, every day. But
we got one vote. I like what Straw Poll's doing for us.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's nice. It's clean. It's not as gross looking anymore, I guess. But get those votes in. So while things are getting up and running, also for anybody that tuned in to our Pokemon adventure we had, Brett is still beating me. That's right, 13-9.
13-9.
Proud. Super proud.
I do like to take the advantage of the fact that my Pokemon are about the same level as yours.
Okay.
And you have already finished the SSN.
Yeah.
So I have that going for me.
It's
So I'm
true.
hoping that by the time you run into all the Team Rockets, that you get slowed down and have to like take your time and train all your Pokemon up, and I can like try to catch up. We'll see if that works.
Yeah.
And somebody was suggesting if you ever get 2 gyms ahead of me that I have to take a shot.
Ooh.
But I don't like that idea.
Lyle's sitting in chat saying also main deck Spellskite is what he's running.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so even more hate.
Yeah, super fun. Super fun. Well, we'll see. He's starting off with a Forest and an Ancient Stirrings. You get to do a lot of the talking here.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll try. So Ancient Stirrings, one of the best green cards out there for Modern.
It's pretty good.
You'll see it in Tron list. You'll see it in, of course, Bant Eldrazi. You'll also see it in Lantern Control. Look at the top couple cards of your library. You can pick a colorless card from among those, put it into your hand.
If, for whatever reason, I'm going to interrupt you.
Yeah, go ahead.
In the chat, we have this fancy card bot that says exclamation point card and the name of the card. If you see anything that you don't know, go ahead, put it in there, and it'll throw it up in chat, everything about it.
Yeah.
Looks like he grabbed the Yavimaya Coast.
Mm-hmm. Now, the other thing with the Bant Eldrazi list is it takes a little bit to get online sometimes. Yes, you do have access to... it does have access to things like Birds and Noble Hierarch for those that want to run it, which is cool, that you can accelerate yourself out like that. But Spellskite on turn 2 is really tough.
Sad face.
Yeah, you know Brett's loving that.
Yeah.
So swings in.
No blocks.
No blocks.
No blocks.
Feels comfortable. Says, you know what? You're not going to pump anything right now.
Nope.
So, are you running the main board twisted in yours still?
I mean, yes.
Cool. So it's something to consider. But Lyle's at 2 mana right now. The coast is important, and the pain lands are actually quite important for the Bant Eldrazi list because of the ability to tap them for waste mana or for the color that you might need. So waste mana is actually important. So Hollow Fountain's going to come down.
Putting Lyle 18.
Mm-hmm.
And boom.
Oh,
Here
yes.
comes Blade Splicer on 3.
A really cool addition to the Bant Eldrazi list because Blade Splicer, it's a 1/1. Ooh, there it is.
Yep.
The Twisted.
Twisted Image, draw a card, get rid of that Spellskite thing.
Alright, so the Blade Splicer, it's a 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, put a 3/3 colorless Golem artifact creature token onto the battlefield. Golem creatures you control have first strike. So you have the ability to use the Eldrazi Displacer to flicker him out of play and say, okay, I'll exile my Blade Splicer. When he enters back into play, I get another Golem.
Mm-hmm.
So just another little interaction, another blocker to be able to throw out there and potential have some aggressiveness with him with all the Golems you've got. So.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
Definitely not on my radar.
Definitely not, yeah. Like,
Eldrazi Displacer was not there.
Yeah. Oh no.
So,
I mean,
here's the Might of Old Croza.
Declare blockers. Cool. Yeah, the Golem is not on my radar when I usually play against the Bant Eldrazi list. So that's, a little bit scary to sit down and see that he's playing that in his list.
Mm-hmm. Looks like a Windswept Heath is the land play. He's going to go ahead and fetch.
Mm-hmm. Now, he'll be at 4 mana, which means Thought-Knot Seer is potential too. All the fun stuff.
All the stuff that an Infect player wants to see, I promise.
Alright, debating on what land he wants to get. I mean, he has access to every color his deck needs currently.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the deciding, do I need to shock right now? Do I need just a basic? And looks like he opts for the basic plains.
Mm-hmm.
The Great Wall of Plains.
It's a great art.
I love it. If I played more black borders, I'd pick those up. Ew!
Thought-Knot Seer.
Alright, so Thought Knot, of course, is going to be able to strip away one card that is a non-land from Brett's hand. It gets exiled. When Thought Knot leaves play, Brett gets to draw a card. Wait, you didn't spell pierce him?
It's a non-creature spell.
Oh, you're right, it is.
Yep, spell pierce is really good, except for when your deck plays creatures.
Except when you're facing down all the creatures.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So here's hoping he takes the spell pierce.
I don't need this. I mean, the big one is, the Blighted Agent is the scariest thing in Brett's hand right now. Yeah, he'll be able to have comments and things like that, but with all the blockers that Lyle's got thrown in the way, that he's not so worried about that lone Glistener Elf right now.
Right. It's not as scary.
And sadly, Apostle's Blessing is a dead draw.
Yeah.
Because Thought Knot Seer is devoid, so he does not get to become protected against Apostle's Blessing there. So, but you'll fetch in the end step, another breeding pool.
Mm-hmm. Well, the jig is up. If you didn't know I was playing Infect before,
At this point in time,
everything is.
There's nothing crazy that's Brett trying to do right now.
Yeah.
I think if I played a elf deck, I'd put Glistener Elves in there just for fun of.
Just that turn one play,
just to scare
throwing people off.
Yeah.
Here's a
forest into an elf, and the next turn you're like, all right, here's my lords.
Here's a no summon. Spell Skite coming down. Here's the draw.
All right, where does the Eldrazi displace her? Now it's turn 5, so that means we could have another land into a Reality Smasher.
Sad day.
Or there's also a Drowner of Hope costs 6, doesn't he? Let's find out.
Man, is that? It's like super expensive, I would say, but it could be card.
Oh,
Combat. Bring in the Thought Knot Seer in. It is a 6 cost.
blong, bling, blong, blong. All right, combat comes across, and smart play Lyle keeping that blocker back.
Mm-hmm.
Tips and tricks after only watching maybe like a couple rounds of the Invitational. If you're playing against certain decks, Infect being one of them, Death Shadow being the other one, always block.
Always block.
Because maybe they'll put some pumps out and kill your creature off, or maybe they'll do something like that, but that little bit matters. So you guys have to be careful about not blocking.
Yeah.
Which we saw Brad Nelson be able to win basically one turn kill somebody in the early rounds of the Invitational because somebody sat there with a Grim Lavamancer and says, no blocks against that and a Swift Spear. And he's like, cool, mutagenic, fetch, so now I'm down to like 2-1 life and then I'll kill you. It's
So,
like, always block.
We'll talk. Battery Shaper for Lyle passes back the turn. I fetch. Start my turn. Here is a Mighty Volbrosa. He says resolves.
Right. So you're here. Okay, no Distortion Strike. Looking to kill off some of his dudes.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, really, like, he's got the option, go for double block, or at least throw the Matter Reshaper here. If he goes for the double block play, that's when you can go for a pump spell to kill something off, or kill them both off. We know you have a Become Immense, so it's like, alright, throw him in the way, go to damage, he'll die, flip over the top card, get something awesome.
Trigger. Hey.
Oh, there we
that
go.
Seems nice.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Here's a second golem.
Excellent. Let's.
Wait, are you not running Distortion Strike in yours right now, are you?
No.
Mm.
So, tips and tricks. This deck's real bad without
without
a blind
extra
agent.
ways to make your dudes unblockable.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Lyle's gonna go to 16.
Fetch up a breeding pool.
Told you guys. Scrubbing it out over here.
Well, but again, you've been playing a different deck for quite a while, and now you decided, you know what, I'll play Infect tonight.
Yeah, I felt like cheating. Everyone was prepared.
Everyone. There was so many creature decks last Tuesday, though. So it was definitely interesting.
So, Path Exile on the Spellskite.
Now, the question is, do you have protection? Vines, Apostle's Blessing, things like that. I mean, you do still have that Spell Pierce.
I do.
Which seems fine to throw off here.
Yep.
See if he wants to pay the extra 2. Because that also can disrupt what he wanted to do this turn.
Yeah.
Thomas. Laying us down. 3 Gataxian Probes.
Yeah.
Cycle. Street Wraith. Fed Shock. Death Shadow.
This is what happened.
Become Immense.
This is what happened.
That's disgusting.
So, Alpha Attack, all in.
3, 6,
Brett's
7,
dead.
8, 9, 10.
Let's go to game
11. Exactsies.
Exactsies.
Oh. Alright. So those Blade Splicers definitely help out the earlier turns without having the crazy Eldrazi draws that help you out. So I think that's a good addition to the deck. It seems like a good way to play things here. So let's pull up our boards. Oh, I should have done what you did. Hold on.
What did I do?
Alright, what do you have in your sideboard?
Oh, okay. Let's see. I ran 2 Pithing Needle, 1 Relic of Progenitus, 1 Spellskite. Let's see, 1 Dryad Arbor, 2 Pulse of Marasa, 3 Nature's Claim, 1 Wild Defiance, 2 Dispel, and a Twisted Image.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You know your board.
Now, on Lyle's side, we've got 1 Dismember, 1 Pithing Needle, 2 Engineered Explosives, 2 Grafdigger's Cage, 2 Stony Silence, 1 Negate, 1 Stubborn Denial, 1 Worship, 1 Blessed Alliance, 1 Fracturing Gust, 1 World Breaker, and 1 Thragtusk.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you like against me in this matchup?
I like Dismember. I like Engineered Explosives. I like Stubborn Denial.
Hmm?
What's Blessed Alliance do? That's like an enchantment, isn't it?
It's actually, it's a neat card. Neat card. Check it out.
Instant. Escalate for 2. Pay this cost for each mode chosen beyond the first. Choose 1 or more. Target player gains 4 life. Untap up to 2 target creatures. Target opponent sacks an attacking creature. I like that, actually. I think that's a solid one to add in here.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not going to be able to Vines. You're not going to be able to Apostle's Blessing to save it because you're sacking a creature. You're not targeting that creature. So I like that addition in there, too. I think that seems fun. But really, you'll notice that a lot of the removal stuff is coming in.
I really like Lyle's sideboard.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Lyle as a player. Like, he is very methodical. He is very, like, if you look at his boards, they are designed to put down anything that you're going to see. Mm-hmm. So a lot of one-ofs. Tatradamus is another sideboard that I like. He's in there talking about it in chat. 19 one-ofs and a 15-card sideboard. He's definitely not cheating, but it is true. It's like 15 one-ofs.
Yeah.
So I do like the fact that Lyle is pretty much prepared for anything he may have to face down.
Mm-hmm. And really, the mindset that you should have with a sideboard is, I need to put these cards in here because they help me win the matchups that I would normally struggle with or might have more difficulty with. And we can see some of those aggressive decks are ones that he'll have trouble with. Like, there's Worship in there, the Engineered Explosives, Dismembered, of course our Blessed Alliance, these sort of things. He's got some Control sprinkled in there as well, like Negate, Stubborn Denial. He's got some hate against Affinity there with the Stony Silence. We've also got Grafdigger's Cage against any of those. The Hiri decks, as well as any of those core decks. Fracturing Gust, of course, also applies to Affinity. So, and then just those nice, like Thragtusk, gain some life. Worldbreaker, of course, can get rid of some lands. Also, has got some other fun little top end that he can be able to add into his deck. So, definitely has a lot of variety with his options. Where your sideboard is geared to kind of help keep you alive.
Yeah,
is really what you're trying to do with your board. So we talked a little bit about what Lyle's potentially bringing in, but what about you after seeing the stuff Lyle was rocking out?
I definitely want to bring in that other Twisted Image. Spellskite's a thing. Birds of Paradise, Noble Hierarch. These are cards that Twisted Image, not only does it help get another card in the graveyard, but also removes a little bit of the fast mana, removes a little bit of the protection that Lyle can bring in. So I do want to bring a Twisted Image in. There are the golems that I saw, so Nature's Claim is on my radar as well. So I definitely want to bring in, I think I bring in 2 of those.
And Nature's Claim also does double duty if it can kill Spellskites as well.
Yep.
So.
And I think maybe the Spellskite as well.
Okay.
So not just a couple of cards, and this is where I just kind of shave down on a couple of the pump spells. You have to play a little bit of a slower game, I feel, against this Bant Eldrazi deck. You kind of have to attrition out your attack. So, getting in for 1, getting in for 2. These are the types of plays that you want to make as an Infect player.
Another option that I think is a good one is Pithing Needle. Because it shuts down Spellskite. It shuts down the Eldrazi Displacer.
Yeah, okay,
And Drowner of Hope. So...
Again, Eldrazi Displacer, not on my radar for these games. Not on my radar.
So you never face it?
Nope. No. Well, no.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
We'll see.
I'll say that. I know I hate ruining things, but you brought it up, and it's just such a very good point with Blade Splicer that everyone needs to know.
That it can happen.
Think about it. It can happen, but it did not happen. But we're going to go game number 2.
I mean, last time I played against the Bant Eldrazi list, I had to face down a Drowner of Hope.
Ew.
That got Displacered.
Oh.
So here's more Scions that just entered the battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was gross.
So here we go. Game number 2. Looks like we're going to keep 7 cards. This is going to be fun, interactive Magic. Here's a Windswept Heath.
17.
Starting off strong.
Woohoo! Look at him. He knows how to play Infect. Starting at 17.
I do have to apologize. I do a little bit of quick play, especially on shortcutting on my first turns. Fetches are not my first rodeo. I remember the days when I didn't run fetches because I was like, hurt myself?
That's just crazy talk.
No. Why would I hurt myself? Cavern of Souls.
What?
Here's a Dismember. Well, I was going to go to 16 to get rid of my Glister Elf.
So smart.
Oh, yeah. Get wrecked, is what Lyle said. Get wrecked.
I mean, it can be very tough, especially if you kept a 1-creature hand and you're like relying on the back of that elf to get there. But an Ink Moth and a Blight Agent, which is like the draw that Brett needs to help keep his aggression going.
Here is Yavimaya Coast.
Oh my gosh.
Also, I know what's going on. I played this deck last week.
That's true.
Lyle will always keep you on your toes. To anyone that is watching and is grinding out in the Magic scene, playing competitively, watch out for Lyle. He knows it all. He knows quite a bit. I try not to deal in absolutes. Here's 1 damage.
Alright. Main phase 2.
Here's a Spellskite.
Okay, so that's why you didn't swing in with both. That makes sense. That scrub in the background. Alright.
Darth Vader?
Oh, not your background. I saw Tim pop up in the background of Lyle's camera. I joke because he's, top 8, so clearly he's not scrubbing it up this season.
Yeah. You like my hat?
I do.
I think I may wear my hat more often.
Not much of a baseball hat kind of guy.
Yeah. Lyle's gonna fetch. Gonna go to 15.
Need a hat that says MMM on it.
We can get that.
We can make that happen.
I would wear that hat.
Alright, what happens on 3 mana?
Sadness.
No, 4 mana sadness.
4 mana
3 mana,
sadness.
we've got Eldrazi Displacer, the Blade Splicer, and the Reality Shaper. Matter Reshaper.
Reality Shaper.
You know, words, and they all sound like the same.
Matter Smasher.
Like, yeah. Like, Jeremy in the chat saying, that's the best modern player in the shop. I can confirm that you don't have to be skilled to win the top 8.
Here is
Ooh.
Eldrazi's Skyspotter?
Yeah.
Twisted Image. He said, you sure?
You don't want to redirect it to your own? Allows you to draw a card. Okay. So the good news is the coast is clear currently. And we're going to see big pump spell come down here. Alright, forest.
Here's a forest.
Might into become immense. Okay, here's a might.
Three cards, beginning with Karn. Combat. 5 more.
5 more. Puts them to 6. Oh, and a second Bladed Agent here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that basically has put the potential to do 2 damage next turn. Potentially 3.
I'm just looking at Lyle's hand and I'm immediately
Cringing.
sad. Yep. There's a lot of good cards in his hand.
I missed it. I wasn't paying enough attention, sadly. I
Don't
was
worry.
busy looking about Karn's touch. Okay, Noble Hierarch. Couple other stuff.
Lyle, and we talked about it after the first game. He's like, you never seem happy that we're playing against each other. And I'm like, Lyle, you are absolutely correct. Here's 4 mana. Here's a
no. Okay.
Yeah.
He says, get out of here.
Yep. Here's a Glistener Elephant.
Alright, so what do you say to that then? Like, you don't seem happy?
It's just, I joked around with him. I was like, I just have to be really focused with Lyle because I always want to make, like, I try not to be a scrub, guys, especially in the face of Lyle, because I always just want Lyle to just one day be like, hey man, good job. Good job. That was a good play.
That was a good match.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to scrub out in front of Lyle, so I'm very, very stoic, very serious.
You're trying to play for keeps. I understand
I got
that.
1 card in hand.
Oh, there's another Thought Knot Seer too.
Yeah.
Alright, so immediately going to combat. Just going to add 2 additional to it, which will put Lyle to... Oh, wait a minute. Become immense. Got him. Let's go to game 3, he says.
Yep. So I got 1.
Nice. That's a good way to do it. Off the back of those unblockables, become immense, a great card. I hope it stays in Modern. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. We might be seeing some Death Shadow aggro at Comic Kung Fu in the near future.
It would be super fun to see Death Shadows aggro, but not a whole lot on the scene.
Oh, so Jeremy, our reigning champion, says his 2 favorite compliments he's received at Comic Kung Fu were from you, Brett,
I'm curious
and
as to what
Lyle.
I said as well.
And yeah, now we want to know. Tantrum is giving some good insight, saying how when he played the Bant Eldrazi deck, I found it to be wildly inconsistent. You either win by a lot or you just get crushed, which I can see that happening. It's a tough deck to play, and you have to rely on some draws. But because we're going to game 3, we can talk about what people have sideboarded.
Yeah, so I'm going to let you read Lyle's, and then I'll talk about what I end up bringing in.
Sorry, I got distracted. All right, so here's what Lyle brought in against you. 1 Pithing Needle, 2 Engineered Explosive, 1 Dismember, 1 Negate, 1 Stubborn Denial, and 1 Blessed Alliance. So felt the need to bring in, of course, the normal removal that we had talked about, like all the hate, but he's also feeling the need that some extra counter magic against some of your pumps is important. Pithing Needle also can factor into Naming Spellskite and Inkmoth Nexus. Those are the 2 big ones that you'd want to shut down if you're facing Infect. He took out 3 of his Reality Smasher, 3 Elder Deep Fiend, and 1 Birds of Paradise there. So choosing to get rid of some of those top-end stuff to kind of go for more removal, more staying power with some of that counter magic and stuff like that. So I like that. It seems like a good idea to bring in against an Infect player.
Yeah, it seems like it's, prepared. And then on my side, I bring in 3 Nature's Claim and 1 Spellskite, and I take out 3 Attack Team Probe, 1 Mild Defiance. And then in this game, I actually take out my Corruptor that I run main board, and I side in that Twisted Image.
Okay.
So a little bit different from the second game, but I'm just trying to be faster than Lyle at this point. Like, he can put out so many different tokens that are going to wreck my day. So I want to be able to just get that turn 2, get that turn 3 as quickly as possible. Lyle in chat saying, looking back upon if I would bring in the World Breaker 2 in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, you only run 5 green sources and 2 blue sources in the whole deck. And then the rest are Inkmoth Nexus. So playing that and stripping away some potential mana is definitely annoying. And it's a good top end instead of just like, here's Reality Smasher, smash face.
I remember that. Yeah. You were playing. You were playing Tron, but it was mono green, I think, or it was Tooth and Nail. You had Tooth and Nail in your deck. So here's a breeding pool going to 18 for Birds of Paradise.
Good way to start.
Yeah. Do I get the 3rd Twisted Image this game? No, it wasn't
that would be sweet. Oh, there's an elf.
I'll also go to 18. Oh, that's right. Thought Knot Seer on turn 2. Great.
Wow.
Yeah. 2 Blighted Agents, Pendlehaven, Nature's Claim. 2 Nature's Claim. And a Mutagenic Growth. Gee. Can you leave my Blighted Agents alone?
See, I think I would rather have kept the creature over a second Nature's Claim, I think.
Okay, so you like the Corruptor instead?
I do because, like, you're going to face down a lot of creatures anyway, so maybe having an extra guy, even just to threaten a block, might help.
Sadness in the Salt Can. Turn 2, Thought Knot Seer.
Pendlehaven, Mutagenic, Blighted Agent potentials here.
Yep.
So he says, yep, I will get rid of your pump. I don't care about your Nature's Claims.
Then why would he?
Yeah, there's no Splicer out or anything like that. No artifacts currently on the battlefield.
There's a clock now, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but
4/4.
Thought Knot Seer, 4/4, clock. And I just, I played Blighted Agent and called it a day. Here's me hoping I draw him to put some...
Oh no,
yep.
Another Thought Knot Seer.
Got it.
Hey, what did you draw?
What else you got?
Another Blighted Agent. Wow.
Yeah. I was really hurting for a Blighted Agent.
Yeah.
Exile's another Blighted Agent.
Knows the coast is clear, you can swing in for 4.
Kablam.
Alright. Chump block, we'll drop him down to 3. 3, because of course that -1 counter gets placed on him. Untap.
Less of a clock.
Less of a clock. I mean, now it's only 7, so 8.
Hey,
so
silver linings.
Silver linings here. Oh, wait a minute. What did he say? Pendelhaven?
Pendelhaven.
Yeah. Hey, I know you wanted to pump that creature since you've got all those pumps in your hand. Oh, wait. You don't.
Hey. But guess what? It's okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright. 18 all. Glistener Elf.
Noble Hunter.
Noble. Nice. 2 damage can come across now.
Now we all know it's just 2 Nature's Claim and a Blighted
Yep,
Agent.
we know that you just drew that.
Mm-hmm.
And, yep, it says, I would like to gain some life, please.
Lyle going to 22.
Mm-hmm.
Exalted Trigger.
Dose. Come across. Alright. So, crash in for 7.
I will accept your 7 damage.
Dropping Brett down to 11 here.
And Matter Reshaper.
Okay, solid.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's another decent attacker?
3/2.
Yep. Pump spell, please.
So as it stands, for sure you can do 3 damage this turn. And throw down another creature. But depends on what you drew.
Spoiler alert. It was a land. It was a forest. Just 2.
Okay. So why not the Pendelhaven? Because I don't know what you drew, so that's Do you remember what you drew?
No, I do not.
Okay. But puts him to 4.
Yep. But I am at 11. With...
Alright.
So
10 coming across.
10 damage.
Pendelhaven on this guy. Block here. Take 7.
At this point, I'm just trying to shrink these Thought Knot Seers down.
Yeah.
And hopefully I draw into some sort of pump spell.
So you will go to 4.
Yep. And here's the draw. If you can tell by my face, it wasn't good.
I was like, I can tell that it's not what you needed.
Jeremy, right on the head. Doesn't get better. I
I
know he's talking about his own, but extend the hand, and he says, "Come on, dude, let's just play it out. All right, I'll play it out. I'll bite."
Alright, so Pendelhaven,
Yep.
pump, 3 more.
Yep. And boom, Blessed Alliance.
Come on, I got a new card I want to show up. Can we just attack, please?
I've been talking about this card since it was spoiled. I wanted to play it. You gotta let me play it on camera.
Nice.
Blessed Alliance, sacrifice that Blighted Agent. Sadness on the stack.
I like it.
Yep.
Don't want to face it, but I like it.
Yeah, it's fun times.
So good stuff. Got to see some Bant Eldrazi.
Yeah.
With Blade Splicer. Cool addition to it.
Got him.
Got him.
So one thing that Lyle and I talked about is he's testing different decks out, and he's actually going to be traveling with John, who we call Mox at the shop.
Yeah.
To Indianapolis.
Yeah, which is
for
like
the GP next
8 hours away or something
next
like
week
that.
Or the week after, I think. It may be next week. So he is testing. He is in the serious testing mode.
Yeah, he played 3 different decks over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, just to kind of get a feel for what he thinks is going to be the best deck, what's going to benefit him the most, especially for an 8-hour drive.
Yes.
So, and that is one thing that I like to spotlight about this stream, but also at this shop, is just the power level of the players that we have. It was not only high when we started, but it's growing.
Yes.
I think that with this stream, we have provided an outlet for people to come out to play, and then TJ's coming too. Nice.
So that'll be this weekend. They're growing up.
And then they get to watch themselves play. They get to watch these games and learn more. So that's kind of why this is like the most fun I can have with Magic. I may scrub out on stream against one of the best players, but being able to just sit here and just talk about how great these players are is definitely worth it for me.
So let's see our standings then.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's jump into it.
So we're going into round number 2.